Hello everyone, my name is Ghaida. This presentation was prepared as part of the HAB 709 course on data cleaning taught by Dr. Farrokh Alemi at George Mason University, Department of Health Administration and Policy. So what is SQL? It's a language that helps you filter and manipulate databases. When using SQL, we manipulate the data via adding, deleting, or changing data from a certain database. What is dirty data? Dirty data is having one or more of the following: inconsistent data, duplicated data, incomplete data, invalid data, and visits with unusual dates. The process of data cleaning is important before analyzing the data. You cannot analyze the data if it's dirty. You have to clean it by removing errors or dirty data. This example before you shows the three columns: patient ID, age at diagnosis, and age at death. The age at diagnosis is indicated as age at DX. The example shows an error of having the age at death smaller than age at diagnosis, which suggests having visits post-date of death, which is not possible. As you can see, the first one, age at diagnosis, is 46, while age at death is 44.57. In order to clean the data in example 1, we use the code before you. The select command is used to filter data and is followed by the column names. Here we have ID, age at diagnosis, and age at death, which are all columns. We use the syntax distinct so the IDs that come up are all unique or different and not duplicated. After the select command comes the command into, which tells where the data is going to be put. Our file name is called bad data, and the hashtag sign is used to indicate a temporary table. The temporary table called bad data exists temporarily and is deleted when you close your SQL data management software. The from command specifies which table we are going to get the data from. Here our table name is data final, and the DPO before the name indicates that this table, data final, is not a temporary table, but a permanent table. In other words, once you close the SQL software, the DPO data final is not going to be lost, but saved. The last command in our code is the where command. It allows us to select a subset of the record that meets a certain criteria. In our example, we want the rows where age at diagnosis is larger than age at death. Once you execute the code in SQL, this error is going to be removed. Let's say, for this second example, we want to remove diagnosis occurring more than once for the same patient at the same age. Our code that would help us remove diagnosis occurring more than once for the same patient at the same age will look like this. We are starting our code by selecting distinct ID, age at diagnosis, and ICD-9 columns. Another thing we are doing in this step is using the count function. The count function tells the software to report the number of ICD-9s. The count function is always followed by parentheses, and the star sign inside parentheses indicates that we want all ICD-9 rows. We are then putting those columns in a temporary table called temp. As we explained before in example 1, the from command tells us where we are getting our data from. Here, we're getting the data from DBO data final. Because we use the count function, we have to also use the group by and the having commands. The group by tells the software to group the results by columns. Here, we want to group by ID, age at diagnosis, and ICD-9. Because the where command cannot be used with aggregate functions like count, we are using the having command instead. The having command comes after a group by command. So at the end of the code, the diagnosis occurring more than once for the same patient at the same age will be removed. Therefore, our data would be clean. In our last data cleaning example, we want to remove diagnoses that occur prior to 21 years of age or after 99 years of age. In our first line, we are selecting the columns ID, ICD-9, and age at diagnosis. We are then putting our selected columns into a temporary table called tempdx. As you can see in the third line, the data we are taking are from DBO data final. Our last command is the where command, which works as a condition. So we want it to meet a criteria. We want the age at diagnosis that is less than 21 and more than 99 to be removed. And then we hit execute. This slide shows my references. Thank you for watching.